There are not too many appliances out there where the initial investment is guaranteed to give you a more than satisfactory return on time, return on your money, and so forth. And I believe this new steamer I bought is exactly that. I just bought this, I just unplugged it, and I'm actually waiting for it to heat up right now. Basically, what this is I got this off Amazon, and it allows you to steam any type of shirt, pants that's wrinkled in a fraction of the time it would take to get an ironing board out and an iron and iron it down. Now, why does this matter? Well, fashion is really important for your presentation, for your career, or for your personal life. And there have been many times, especially if you're working in food and dining, or if you're working in hospitality, or just if you have a professional career where you're going to meetings, where I've been pulled to the side and said and told, hey, you need to get your shirt ironed. And the thing is, sometimes I'll do it, but they just get so wrinkled so often. Most of your shirts, most of your pants will get wrinkled after they come out of the dryer. And you just don't have the initiative to want to, bust out the iron board and then iron it out, because that's such a hassle, especially when it's, summertime and everything's so hot already, and you have to wait for it to heat up, and then the ironing board is so big as well. It's a huge hassle. So I've been hearing a lot about these steamers for a while, and I had my eye on this one that was $30 off Amazon. There's another for $70 on Amazon, but this one had equally high ratings. This had about 4.5 average stars with about 300 ratings, and then the other one had about the same, and it has slightly higher, like 4.75. So I thought, you know what, let's try the $30 one. Maybe it'll be worth it. This one is the number one fabric steamer in the USA. It's by Corsair, or Conair, which is a recognizable brand. I think I've seen it before. It's 5 times faster. It's 30% hotter. It de-wrinkles. It protects fabric, couches, eliminates bed bugs and dust mites. And it is an excellent resource. Check it out. It's quick and easy to use. It's green and clean. And I'm excited to try this out. So here it is, and just to give you a sense of it. It's pretty big, and I find this pretty impressive given the size and the quality of it for $30. I mean, I think I made the right choice in getting this one rather than the $60 one. This was one of the most popular options. You can set it to lower high heat in the back. You can lock it so you don't have to keep pressing down when it starts steaming. And then this is a water supply. It really only took like 20 seconds for me to load in the water and for the green light to come on, which means it's steamed and ready for service. So I have a number of items here that are wrinkled, starting with this Oxford dress shirt. And we're gonna see how it works out. Now this Oxford shirt isn't too wrinkled, but you can see some creases here and there. Now you want to point the steamer away from you because it is dangerous. But I'm going to try it out for my very first time in my life. And this could hopefully save me a lot of time and make me look a lot more fashionable without really trying so hard. Because no one likes a wrinkled shirt. Ooh, that sound it made got me nervous. So I'm holding it down. It's making a sound, but no steam's coming out yet. Maybe it's just heating up. Oh, there it goes. There's the steam, you can see it coming out. And I'm simply just putting it near the shirt. It didn't tell me in the instruction manual how far away, but I'm gonna put it somewhere, somewhat close to the shirt and see if the wrinkles start coming out. There's a wrinkle right there, and I can't really tell if it's coming out. Alright, so first impressions. The one thing is that you have to hold it with your hand, and that can get a little dangerous because the high heat is like hitting your hands. So far, it's a lot of steam, and I love it. As far as any noticeable changes to the cloth, I'm not seeing anything crazy. I'm just seeing like maybe it's getting a slightly smoother. but it's really hard to tell. I have a much more wrinkled shirt that we can really get into and see if there's any difference. Right off the bat though, there are certain elements here, like I don't know if you could tell, but there's a wrinkle here, a small crease here that it's not really getting right here. And I know an iron would get this. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a wrinkle right there. And the steamer's not getting it. I do have it set to a low setting, so that might be part of the reason why. However, now we have another one here. And this one, oh no, this one is super wrinkled. Look how wrinkled it is. So we're gonna see right off the bat if there's any noticeable impact on this. I will be so disappointed if there's not, because I bought this thing. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on and lock it so I don't have to press down on it. And then we're just gonna hold the shirt up here and steam it through and see what happens. So I'm just kind of like holding it on the cloth, and honestly I'm starting to see some wrinkles come out. However, it's not as fast as I would have thought. You know, I know when I'm ironing it with the iron board, it's immediate. You could see the wrinkles come out instantly. So you know what I'm gonna do? First I'm gonna unlock it and turn it off, and then I'm gonna show you the difference so far. So yes, wrinkles have come out somewhat, especially towards the top. But look at the bottom, and then look at the back. And then how long am I supposed to hold my arm up? Because that's gonna hurt my shoulder. My shoulder's already getting a little tired. I could throw it on my chair, which is what I was kind of doing, but is that the right way? Is that the wrong way? The instruction manuals don't tell you much. They just say to point it at the steamer. So let me just check the instruction manual just to make sure I'm not screwing it up. And the instructions are telling me to point the steam jet away, to have a continuous steam, and high is for a badly wrinkled clothing. So unfortunately, this is not up to par yet. So I'm gonna have it set from low here to high, and then I have to be careful. But I'm gonna put this thing on my chair. Actually, you know, I'm gonna hold it up for you just to see the wrinkles there, and then here we go. Alright, so let's take a look at the improvements here. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed. Look at that steamer go. Despite putting it on high for a few minutes, this is still pretty darn wrinkled. And an iron wouldn't fix everything, but it would help for sure. So I'm a little bit disappointed in the performance of the steamer so far. But let's try again on some other clothing items. We have this pair of H&M shorts here, and as you can tell, they're pretty wrinkled. So I'm gonna put this on the chair here, which is out of the frame, but you will see me shoot the steamer at it. And let's see if there's any improvements here. All right, so check it out. It's already used about this much water out of this much. And what I did this time was I literally just pushed the steamer on my clothes and wiped it down, almost like as if it was an iron. And here's the end result here. Is it completely wrinkle-free? No, but it's better. It almost simulates the iron, but with steam rather than just a hot piece of metal. And the thing is, like, it's also a little bit more dangerous since you have your hand out here and the hot steam's shooting out, and you have to adjust the clothing somehow so that the steamer gets it. So when you're adjusting it, some of it may hit your hand, which kind of sucks. I'm not injured or hurt at all, but it is a little bit more cumbersome. Here's what it looks like here, and I just did the front, so this is what the front looks like, and here's what the back looks like without it steamed. So it's still kind of wrinkled. Honestly, I'm a bit disappointed with this because I really thought that this would be a time changer and so much more efficient. But it looks like this is something that you would use if you're in a hurry and you want, 60% of the job done in, a fraction of the time. So it's still not going to look as good as ironing it, but it will look decent depending on, your time investment in it. It also comes with some other gadgets here, which is great. I mean, I think the quality of the product isn't bad at all. It works to an extent, and all the material seems to be pretty high quality. So there's 3 gadgets here, and the manual explains what they are. Honestly, I'll probably only be using one of them. One of them is for like very high quality, delicate clothing like silk. So to explain what they are, one is a brush, one is a creaser, and one is a soft cushion. So the soft cushion one is one I'm not going to use. I believe it is this one. And I think you attach it to the end here, and it just adds a cushion here for any type of silk material. The next one is the creaser, which I also probably won't use. It's used to create a crease in any pants or suit or blouse. I think what a crease is like a intended fold in your clothing. I don't really need an intended fold, but there it is. And then this last one is a brush. So you can hook this onto the end here, and it's for any lint or particles that you want to kind of like brush off while you're doing it. So it's literally just like a tiny small brush at the top. I really don't know how useful that's going to be. Like, I'm just going to be brushing it and steaming it. Usually there's no particles on there. But I'm gonna go ahead and try out the brush with this Oxford shirt, just to see how it interacts. So here we go. Ooh, so the brush literally just fell right off. I'm gonna try and attach it on again, but I'll be more careful with how I attach it. Yeah, there's no real clasps for it except for this small divot here. And it's really hot, so I have to be careful while putting it on so I don't burn myself. I'm gonna try and push it in a little bit. And it seems like it's not, that's as much as it goes. There's a little clasp here, but it's not really fitting on. So not too happy about that, but it is what it is. Alright, so I'm gonna try one more time, but it's probably gonna fall off, in which case, whatever. Here we go. Yep, so it fell off, but we're gonna just continue to steam it on high, just to get a sense for what we can do here. So we're gonna try this Oxford dress shirt on after it's been steamed, just to see how it looks, if it's a little bit better, if it's made any difference. Because it was somewhat wrinkled when I first presented it to you. And let me know in the comments if you have any feedback. Is there another steamer product that's good that you know of, or maybe I'm not putting it as far away as I should. Maybe it should be out here, and that's how the steam does it. Yeah, maybe I'll try it that way, you know, out here. Alright, so here's how it looks. I'm gonna try it on. You know, not terrible. I don't see any prominent wrinkles. Yeah, but you really didn't get a strong representation. So let's go back to these shorts here. So check out the back of these shorts. They are severely wrinkled. Let's see if we can get the entire thing steamed out with this device. And you know what? Maybe if I tried this thing on, it might help. Oh, that one actually clicked into place. It might actually help direct the steam. I know this isn't soft like silk or anything, but we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, I'm actually seeing right before my eyes some of these wrinkles come right out. It's almost like a iron when I do it this way. And I don't have to press it against something solid. I probably shouldn't because it's steam. But let's see here, if we do it like this, you can see it's getting more and more straight. And with this cushion thing, I can put it right on the device. Oh, nope, it just fell right off. So yeah, the cushion device fell right off. These add-ons are just not as useful as you would think. So that's something to note. The add-ons look cool, but they don't really clasp onto here well. I guess that's what happens when you buy a lower quality product. Now the thing is, even if I were to buy the $70 version, I'm still skeptical how much difference that would really make. That being said, let's check out the improvements here. So here's what it looks like after, a couple minutes of steaming in the back here. Honestly, it's okay, but it's not perfect. As you can tell, there are still some wrinkles throughout, like here. Like you can clearly tell there's still some wrinkles there that an iron would probably just flatten out. And then on this side, still some stuff here. So I'm rather disappointed in the performance. In my mind, I was thinking I'm just gonna steam things for like 10-20 seconds and they're gonna look sharper and smoother than any iron. And man, it's just gonna save me so much time. I'm just gonna look so much sharper in all my clothes. But it looks like I'll be keeping my ironing board at least for a while until maybe I find something else, a better quality steamer, or maybe I'm using the steamer wrong. Which leads me to the last point. I'm gonna put my thing here, and you know how I was pretty much putting it right up to the clothing. What would happen if I were to put it kind of downstream and a little bit, 2 or 3 feet away from the clothing? Would that encompass more volume? So I'm gonna try that. I'm definitely hitting more volume with this because the steam just spreads out so much farther. However, in terms of the general effect on these wrinkles, I'm not seeing anything. So I'm rather disappointed by the device in general. Is it horrible? No. Is it great? No. It's somewhere in the middle, but it was under my impression, watching fashion YouTubers like Ashley Weston, that a steamer would just change my life. Wait till you see this. You see these wrinkles here? These wrinkles here, the steamer is like literally doing nothing to it. Look at that. Look at these wrinkles. I'm going to put it a little farther away just to make sure. Those wrinkles are not going away at all. So I'm a little disappointed about that. I mean, what if I put it under the clothing? Like just straight up steamed it from the bottom. And now it is, okay, here we go. It really is trying. I think it really is trying to steam things away, but to what effect is it working, Alright, so here is the final product, and here is the back. So better, it's definitely better, but is it completely wrinkle free? No. I gotta try one more time because I just gotta see. Here's the wrinkled shirt I first showed you. Some of the wrinkles at the top are definitely gone, but there's definitely wrinkles at the bottom. We're gonna put this on the chair I have here, and we have to try one more time. Just one more time, we have to try this out. Make sure that it's not me just using it wrong. I wish you could see this. In fact, you probably could. Like, look how little damage it's doing. Look how little effect it's having. It's rather sad. I mean, do you see any wrinkles coming out at all? I think a steamer is best for like moderately wrinkled clothing or low wrinkled clothing. Like when you have something with cotton creases and stuff as bad as this steamer is having zero effect on it. I have it set on high and I'm literally shooting it like crazy. It has no effect. I might as well just bust out the iron. So it's rather unfortunate. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna watch some steamer videos, and that's it for this one. You know, if you for whatever reason want to buy a steamer, I mean, maybe it'll work better for you. I'll leave a link in the description to this exact product so you can avoid it or try it out yourself. Up to you. It's $30. Thanks, and see you later.